Why did Argentina go from the brink of collapse to booming in like 12 months? A century ago, Argentina was actually one of the world's richest countries with a GDP rivaling France, Germany, and even the US. But today, it's a nation marred by decades of decline with overspending, debt, and inflation driving its economy into the ground. In fact, since 1980, Argentina has defaulted on its debt 5 times, with the last time happening in 2020. And just over a year ago, inflation was over 200%. Then came Javier Milei. In 2023, the self-described anarcho-capitalist and economics professor shocked the political establishment by winning the presidency against all odds. Now, after just 1 year in office, his radical reforms are turning the country around, and here is how he's doing it. The first thing Milei did was attack state spending. He slashed the number of government departments from 19 to 10, consolidating agencies and cutting waste. Tens of thousands of government jobs have been eliminated while remaining employees face pay freezes and cuts. Subsidies gone. Energy, rent, and transportation handouts were slashed. Local governments lost non-essential funding, while congressional plans to inflate pensions and expand university budgets were just vetoed outright. Milei's message is clear. Argentina must live within its means, and by that he means their government. And the results? They speak for themselves. For the first time in years, Argentina's budget is actually in surplus. The government now spends less than it earns, breaking the cycle of inflationary borrowing in order to keep up with inappropriate government spending. Consumer prices are stabilizing, and the nation's most important stock index, the S&P Merval, has hit record highs. Investors are returning and sending Argentina's bonds to historic levels. Housing is another success story. By removing rent controls, Milei unleashed a housing boom in Buenos Aires, where the supply of apartments has now risen by 170%, resulting in rents falling by 40%. Even ordinary Argentinians are feeling the change. Economic optimism is at its highest level since 2015, and Milei's approval rating hovers around 50%, which actually makes him one of the most popular incumbents in the entire world. What's more is that despite predictions that his shock therapy and removal of handouts would tank his popularity, Milei's Libertarian Party is currently leading in the polls ahead of this year's midterm elections. Now, look, of course, Argentina still faces numerous challenges. A lifetime of Peronism isn't going to be overturned in just a 12-month period. But the Milei boom has already proven one thing: political will, not endless borrowing, can turn around an economy. Ultimately, Milei's success is a lesson for the world that when the state steps aside, slashes spending, and cuts regulations, economies thrive. And after proving to the world just how destructive socialism can be, Argentina is now leading the way in proving to the world that the best way to fix a broken system is for the government to get out of the way and unleash the power of the individual and the marketplace.